so very much for joining us here on Facebook, YouTube, and all the other places, including on the radio, Cuba Radio. I have a very special guest with me today, our guest host. For quite, hopefully she'll stick around. Hopefully she'll enjoy it and keep coming back. It's the one and only I. Oh, I was going to say the host. Hilda. I was talking. I know it's a sorry, Hilda. So Hilda Lamas, Miss Christmas Time herself.
Aw, thank you,
Inspiration for my
Lauren.
12 days of giveaway, by the way. When I was sitting there, my wife was like, oh my gosh, she loves Christmas as much as I do. And I was like, there's no way. But yes, you do. And so it was really good. So how are you doing? How was your weekend?
Oh man, I'm doing great. Just coming back from Alice, Texas, at the Huddle Roots Hall of Fame inductions. They, of course, the kickoff dance and the induction ceremony, and it was so much fun. I was honored to sing our national anthem and co-host the show with my wonderful husband, Mr. Rick Garcia. It was just a wonderful night. So big shout out to everybody there at the Huddle Roots for putting on a great event. All of the wonderful musicians who put on wonderful performances. It was just great to see everybody.
Well, I had a chance to go to Shelly Lattice's final bow, and there was somebody that I saw there. She was looking fabulous. We got to talk about her shoes. And she's also today's guest, the one, the only Aisha. Here's a promo. She'll come right after this.
Me gusta cuando tú me miras, me gusta porque me fascinas, me gusta como tú sonrías, me gusta todo de ti, me gusta sentir tu abrigo, me gusta cuando tengo frío, me gustas porque eres mío, me gusta todo de ti. Y cuando te vas me siento triste, baby. Me gustas, me gustas, me gustas. Me gusta todo de ti, me gusta.
Hey, there's Aisha. How are you doing, girlfriend?
Hey, how you doing, DJ Indio? How you
I'm
doing?
doing
Or is it
good.
Indio or Nando?
I just call it Indio because if you say it really fast, that's what I am, an
So it's
Indio.
Indo.
Indio.
DJ
Indio.
Indo.
No, I'm not Chinese. It's like, you know what I noticed about Japanese people? Japanese people always sound like they're constipated and they're smoking a joint. So, I don't know
Oh
what that
man.
means, but I'm
Oh
sure
my
somebody's gonna
god.
get pissed off at me because I said it. Okay, so those of y'all like
Well, my
my
mom's Japanese, so
yeah, oh really?
no,
Oh,
I'm just.
yeah.
Oh my god, his face
Girl,
was.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
No, no,
His
no,
face just
no.
went what?
It's like, oops.
AC.
And Hilda, how you doing, Hilda?
I'm great. How are you, beautiful?
Good, good. So my second time getting to, well, kind of talk to you. Well, third
Yeah,
time
right?
actually
Minnesota?
at the awards, and Alice.
Yes.
No, not Alice. Far in Far, Texas. That's what
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was.
wow. That's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, that's been a while. But you're awesome. I just want to tell you, you're awesome.
Oh, thank you. So are you. I was so excited when Indio was like, "Hey, so our guest." He had told me it was somebody else, and then he was like, "Oh, by the way, it's gonna be Aisha," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited!" So you have no idea. I'm so stoked to get to sit here and talk with you and find out everything
Yeah.
that's going on with you, girl, because you're on fire right now.
That's
Yes.
right.
Oh yeah.
I know, and you know what? I really love your song that we've been playing that I
Thank
used in
you.
the promo. That's really awesome. And it's like it's we talked earlier, and you were like, well, I'm not doing that anymore, and I was like, no, we're talking about Aisha and Aisha
Yay.
today. That's what we're talking about. And it's kind of like when I interviewed you, what was it, several months ago, and I said we're going to do. You were doing a different interview, and I called in, and you said I want to
Yeah.
do Christmas music, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, let's do Christmas music. I don't care. It was so much fun, But I just finished my 12 Days of Christmas giveaway, and it was like it ended on Dia de los Reyes. There was a lot of people that are like, uh, that's like Christmas is like 4 days away, and I was like, dude, it starts on Christmas Day. And it ends. But anyway, yeah, I finished it up, and I gave a ton of stuff. I had to
Awesome.
buy more merch because I was so like, for me, okay, for Native Americans, it's not, wealth is not measured by how much you attain. Wealth is measured by how much you give away. And so I
Yeah.
was like, oh, hey, look, I got this.
Oh,
So,
that's nice. That's nice. It's very nice of you to do that.
oh no, no, I was just trying to show off how much stuff I don't listen to everything. So I'm the worst. So anyway, what's been going on? How was your weekend? I know we had an opportunity to hang out, but it just didn't work out. So how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was great. I had a really good time with family and friends. And you said I saw you at the Shelley final bow, and I'm sorry I didn't see you. I mean,
I was
I was
actually
sitting. You said
sitting
I was
right.
sitting next to me.
I was sitting right behind you. I was
Oh
sitting next to
no.
Eric. I was sitting next to Eric Lee.
Oh, okay, okay.
He kept talking. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I think everybody was having a good time that night.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there that were really having a way good time. It's like,
I guess you said you don't drink, so
I
you
know I don't. No, I don't.
so
That's the
we
fun.
were crazy.
No, I'm just saying it was really, really. I mean, it's fun for me because I get to watch people.
You two
It's like I
are
get to
our real
meet.
selves.
Right,
He gets to watch and remember.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
and
I
we're
don't,
like, what?
Like,
no,
that
no.
wasn't me.
If you see me, it's
That
like
was Anne.
right. I was like, note to self: save audio tape for future bargaining purposes.
Well, no. So, thank you for having me on your show. First of all, I've been wanting to come on here. I always watch it and watch everybody else that comes on here, and It's a pretty cool show. You're doing an awesome job. And Hilda, I get to talk to you. So I didn't know I was going to be talking to you also. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
But
Oh, you're so sweet.
and I do apologize if that was a little surprise, but the deal is that I had asked Hilda to come on last year. Hilda, what? It was it was several months ago, and then I saw her at the Tejano Pioneers Breakfast, right?
uh
Or
Yeah,
dinner? No, no,
yeah.
it was a dinner or something like that. Anyway, I
Yeah, it was
went
a
over there.
Christmas party.
Okay, yeah, it was a Christmas party, and then we talked.
another party.
Yeah, I have video. Do you want to see? No, just kidding. but,
It's like,
but
that's
we
supposed to
really,
stay between us, okay?
okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so nothing about the cowbells and the saddles. We didn't talk about that. Chaps and spurs. Your speakers were
Whoa.
just kidding.
Just let it all out. Let it all out.
Just to breathe. Okay, no, but we finalized. I was like, you know what? I would love to have you on there. She's like, really? And I was like, hell yeah, And so here we are. We just had to wait for after the holidays because it's really hard to coordinate our holiday
Yeah.
our schedules together. Ilda's got a new song coming out. It's really amazing. I love your music. What do you have? I mean, what's on the horizon for you? I know you're going in a different direction now. So
Mhm.
what's new for you? What's your plans? Because I know you've been working on something for quite a while. You had to put it off because you were touring a little bit. So what?
Well, actually, I just released the song. It's called Tiempo Prometido, and I released the video along with it. And yeah, I hadn't released anything in almost 2 years because I was on the road with Ram, and awesome experience. And this was actually my second rodeo with him, so I'm always gonna be here for him.
Yeah.
Like I said, mentioned earlier, um, just things this year is really hectic for me, and I kind of wanted to concentrate on my music and finish up my album and kind of put it on the back burner. And so that's what I'm looking forward to doing this year is to completing my sophomore album. This will be my sophomore album. Um, and so I released that song Tiempo Prometido. It's doing really well, and the video actually helped it also because I really connected with this song. The producer, Eric Avalos, he's the one that produced this song. He showed me this song. This was written by Irving Silva and Cesar Morquecho. They're actually songwriters out of Mexico, and they've written songs for Destiny Navaida and Elida. I think a couple of songs on her Colores album. So they're Grammy nominated songwriters. So I was pretty excited to work with them, but also the song, you know, I connected with it because everybody. male or female, I'm sure, has gone through a relationship where they're just being strung along, and either they're the significant other or the Sancho or the Sancha. They're getting lied to. They're like,
Right,
"Hey, it's
right.
not me, it's you. I just need some time." But all along, they knew they weren't ever coming back. And so that's what that song is, and that my vision, everything for the video, to the cover. I really, really put my all into this as a song that I hadn't released in almost 2 years. So I'm excited that it got on the countdowns, and for me, that meant a lot because for not putting something out in a while, and for people to connect with it is what I was hoping for. But yeah, I'll be working on some more music, and hopefully soon we'll get some more music out to everybody.
You've got a good catalog. What I really love about your music is that you've got some really really good cumbias.
Yeah.
You've got some poppy stuff that's in there, and we're gonna visit that here in a minute because
Mhm.
you sang a song or you covered a song that used to be like my my go-to jam. It was my
The head to toe.
yes. All right, see,
Yeah.
I
Well,
can
see, my
you
first
have
my
missed
first
me.
CD, my first CD, I recorded with Gabriel Zavala,
Uh-huh.
and he's amazing. He's an amazing producer because I really didn't know. I mean, I've sang all my life, since I was little, and I never recorded though. That it was my first time recording, and I really didn't know what direction I wanted to go to. As a Tejanos, we listen to all kinds of music. So growing up, I listened to R&B, salsa merengue, um, top 40, and freestyle. Like Lisa is one of my favorite artists, and so Gabriel Zavala is like, why don't we changing it up to a cumbia? So it still stayed a little bit the same, but you know, we just changed it a little bit, made it
You
more
made
Zavala.
you made it yourself. It's definitely got a Zavala sound to it, but you made it
Yeah.
yourself. You sang it yourself, which is really awesome. Real quick, let me go ahead and say some hellos there. Josie Zamora is listening to us.
Hi,
Jimmy
Josie.
Alavanza Peña, also, thank you so very much. Mary Ruth, how are you doing, girlfriend? Thank you so very much for joining us. Sergio Barbosa, Ray Schlenick. Bro, I just messed up your name, man. I'm sorry. And Alicia C is also checking us out. I got to see
Alicia
Alicia
C.
C
Okay.
this weekend. She's got that new video, Ven,
Yeah, she's
and she
a new
performs
up and coming
Ven.
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does this Ven, and I keep hitting myself on my
He's like,
I'm
"Damn."
listening, but it don't work. It's just-
Congratulations, Alicia. Thank you for tuning in.
yeah, that's
Yes,
really cool.
Alicia is awesome.
It's really
There's a
really
lot of awesome new artists. I don't like to say young because like not everybody's young, and so like me, I'm a newer artist, and they're like new artist, new young artist. I'm like, oh, well, I'm only 28.
Girl, you're only as old as you feel.
Hey, wait a minute! I told you how old I was. Wait a minute. That's not cool.
No, you know what? I'm proud of. I'm gonna be 46 at April 1st this year. I'll be 46 years
No,
old.
don't lie,
Girl, you
girlfriend.
don't look a day over 25.
That's
Thank you.
right. I was gonna, when I was promoting you, hey, how's everyone? Daniel Garcia is here with us, man. Hey, how you doing,
Hey,
Daniel?
Daniel.
Yes, Big D's, the Facebook. It's awesome that he joins us. He's always promoting
Thank
Tejano
you.
music, always sharing music videos and stuff. What I was gonna say when I was doing cutting up the video promo, all I was thinking was like, oh my gosh, this woman's she's like Whitney Houston. She's like hair this way and hair that way and hair this. And she showed up at
I
the
do,
award. It
right?
was in a limousine with her hair. I was just like all of them, man. Just like, how much does she have? Because we're like,
Well, all of it is you know what? Performing on the road, I had to learn how to be quick about things
yeah,
because you don't always have time to get your hair done and your makeup done,
yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes you had like 30 minutes to get ready, and so I incorporate a lot of wigs and hair pieces and chongos, and people would think it's my hair, but it's
Oh,
quick, and it
she
and it
does.
makes
She
you
just Hilda, she just took me out of the sky, man. I believe that was all her.
And then so sometimes, like when I go out, I tell my husband, "Do I have to put my hair, my troncos on?" He's like, "Well, yes, you gotta wear it. You got your when you go out and they see you, they're gonna be like, I don't recognize her."
You gotta have your image, girl. You gotta have that image. Hilda,
Yeah.
do you wear hair pieces and stuff like that, Hilda?
No, I
You
can't
have
really.
beautiful hair.
Oh,
No,
thank you. But I'm
Yeah.
like you. Like this is just blow dried.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Like,
My hair is like really, really curly. Like, have you seen pictures where my hair, like, I think it's the Me Gustas one.
mhm.
My hair is, all my hair, curly hair, that's my hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
that curly. Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
curly too, but I usually keep it on. And I don't like it. Well, I don't like it to be curly because yeah, I'm native. It's supposed to be straight.
Because they
But my
straight.
mom's hair is really, really curly, and I mean, if she was, I mean, if she lets it go, it's like what's up,
That's,
folks, sister? She's
Chia
like,
pet.
that's me too.
she comes up and it's like soul
Yes,
train. She's right. Bobby Castañeda from California. Saludos,
Hey,
Aisha.
Bobby.
Hey,
Yo.
Bobby.
Nice to see you,
Saludos.
Bob. Thank you so very much for joining us, the one and only Hilda. Let's go ahead and take a listen to your new song. And that one's where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Mira, I'm all over the place. Don't take it wrong. Tiempo Prometido, part two, because
Yay.
the part one got me. I
Yeah.
had part one. The part two got me. So here it is. Tiempo
Okay.
Prometido.
Me pediste tiempo y un receso por los dos. Respeté tu espacio y acepté tu decisión. No quise cuestionar ni preguntarte la razón. Me conformé con escuchar, no eres tú, soy yo. Me dijiste que esperara, que no me preocupara, que ya no te buscara, que solo regresabas. Para mí que el tiempo solamente era un pretexto, porque el corazón sigue esperando tu regreso. Ese tiempo prometido tenía nombre y apellido. Para mí que el tiempo fue una más de tus mentiras, porque que jamás lo haría.
Tour
That was a beautiful
together.
song,
Right?
Aisha, right there. So I got a quick message here. It was from Patricia. One of the best names, I love saying this, been Patricia Archuleta Fincherman CD.
Ooh,
Fancy.
Blessings,
I like
everyone. Beautiful
that.
ladies, beautiful music with the best DJ. Thank you so very much,
Thank
Patricia.
you.
Oh,
You'll get the
thank you,
$5 in the
Patricia.
mail. So, and Geneva is up with us today. Hey, Geneva, looking great. Chiquita, so proud of you.
Hey, Geneva, love
Oh,
Uh,
you.
hey,
I
Miss Geneva.
yeah, I interviewed her at the Shelley final bow, and oh my God, was she looking great?
Oh, yes, I
She
love
had on,
Geneva.
she had
Geneva's
on the
beautiful.
sparkles on her, like her dress was all like yellow sparkles everywhere. She was like shining like the sun.
Man,
It
Geneva
was nice.
always is on point. She always looks
Yeah.
great.
Yes, yes, yes. She's always on point. Hey, a good friend of mine and also a new artist. Hola, everyone. Congrats on a beautiful canción. Rita Capacina. She's got that song Con Animo that she wrote. Is actually pretty cool because she wrote it in English and then it translated into
Oh,
Spanish, which
wow.
is like pretty
Hi,
cool.
Rita. Thank you. Thank you so much for
Hi,
tuning
Rita.
in.
Yes, she's
Cool.
awesome. I have the opportunity to listen to like some of her music, and she's a girl after my own heart. She does Tejano, but she also does blues. So I don't know if you guys have checked out her blues
Oh,
stuff, but
Yeah.
check it out.
I
Yeah,
have to
thank
do
you.
that.
That's right. Just like you do a lot of blues, man, and a lot of Etta James. Aisha, what's your influence? What was your influence to get yourself into music?
My one of my influences was well, I'm a huge Prince fan. I love Prince. That's one of the reasons why I always like harmonies and different voices. I've always because of Prince. That's one of my like major influences. But Irene Cara and Donna Summer, and then as far as Tejano, of course, Selena. And back when I was well, see, I'm aging myself. When all the women that I would listen to, because I could relate to them, as Selena, Stephanie Lynn, Stephanie Montiel, Elida, Shelly Lares, it was Elsa Garcia, Ana Roman,
Ooh,
all those, Esmeralda, all
yeah.
of them. They were the ones that I was listening to on the radio when I was in high school. And they just inspired me to want to do Tejano and made it fun and be like, hey, I didn't really understand. I didn't speak Spanish. I'm not a fluent Spanish speaker, but listening to them was like, hey, I could sing that too because it sounds like R&B ish. That's what like I was mentioning earlier. Tejano, as Tejanos, we listen to all kinds of music. So growing up, my father was in the military, so we listened to all kinds of music. And my parents, of course, they were into disco. Infantry. Yes. My dad was army.
Yeah, I'm Army. Yeah, that's who I was.
Yeah. First Cav.
First cab. Oh, yeah, I did
Yeah.
first cab. I was yeah,
Yeah.
I did a lot of it. Did a lot of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I know those
So
guys.
yeah, I mean, growing up, we'd listen to, like I said, my parents were into disco and rock and salsa merengue. My dad liked Ramon Ayala type music. So yeah, and oldies, country, everything. So um, that's what I try to incorporate in my music and my influences to try to make my own sound.
That's cool. Juan Medrano, he's saying, "Hey, hi, Aisha.
Hi.
That was awesome. He loved your song." Rita also said, "Thank you so very much." And Geneva was like, "Oh, thank you, ladies. For Indio, you're too kind, and I try my best. You don't have to try, sweetheart. You're beautiful just the way you are. Don't
Yes.
try, just be."
Yes.
And Mendoza, hey, how you doing, Roxanne? She did a great show. I
Hi,
saw her
Roxy.
at Ruby Ann's 281 takeover, and
Oh,
she did an
awesome.
awesome job. She was up there with the little. Her husband was just like going on and everything. I was like, mira nomás. And she had some
Yeah.
boots. I saw your shoes. We were talking about your shoes, the
Oh,
white
my
little
shoes.
heels. And I'm used to like my wife. She puts like, oh my gosh, those are pumps. They're just beautiful. You just walk around and everything. Look at I'm spinning. But you had on stilts. Those things were
Yeah.
great.
Well, see,
Wow.
because the dress was really long, and so like if you wear flats, and I would have been like stepping on it. But then I didn't realize how much walking we had to go, like from one place to another. So I told my husband, "I'm taking these shoes off, and I'm gonna put my booties on."
I was serious. I,
I don't know if you noticed, but by the time I got on stage, I didn't have no shoes on.
I didn't notice it. I did notice when you put them. Oh, when you put
It
them on
was
the
my computer.
table. When you put them on the table, it was like a. It was like a like that like an extra kick drum. It was like.
Well, my husband, he had them on the table. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Are you okay over there?
Yeah,
She says,
my computer fell down.
oh, Roxanne says, thank you. I'm divorced now. New song coming up, and Happy New Year's. Thank you so very much
Uh,
for letting me know. Because I asked her, are you happy? No, just kidding.
are
So
you?
while you go ahead and take care of that, let's go ahead and let's listen to that throwback that I was talking about, where that that's old school, and I love it. Obviously, I love it because I love your version. I love the way it is.
Thank
This
you.
is Aisha singing Head to Toe on Cuba Radio. Hilda Lamas, Aisha Indio.
Today started with a crazy kiss on our way home.
jam. I'm telling you right there. First of all,
Thank
let's go
you.
ahead and recap real quick. Roxy says, "Well, we all end up without our shoes." So
Hey, us women know.
yeah, right. Rita says, "Love it. This was an awesome jam, taking me back. Definitely. I'm
Thank you,
telling you, this is a
Rita.
great song. When I first heard this song, I was actually in AIT, not
Oh,
your
wow.
version, but the original.
The
I can tell I was
original.
in, yeah, I was in AIT, in the military. So it's one of those things. And then, I mean, it's a really good song, and you did it justice, and it's a nice little cumbia. I told you, I'm a big fan of your cumbias. Not to sit there
Thank
and
you.
take anything away, because you have a vocal ability that's insane,
Thank
which
you.
you should be very proud of. So let me ask you this: when you first heard your song on the radio, what
Mhm.
went through your mind?
Well, my first song I heard on the radio was Poquito a Poco. And it was crazy because I never thought I would record anything and hear myself on the radio. You sing when you're singing, and usually I would sing at weddings and funerals and family functions. And it wasn't until like when I started going on the road and stuff, I realized how different it is. But when you first hear your song on the radio, it was just I it was just something that I never imagined. Even all the things that I've done, and performed, and like the Shelley final bow. Also, it was
Right.
I never saw myself back in the day that I was going to be on a stage, doing something like that for her. And it's just been an amazing ride, and it's just I say I'm still beginning because I've been with so many different artists. When I was doing my own thing, and I starting to get my own band. Then COVID hit, and then my band director, he passed away. Roger Contreras, may he rest in peace.
Mhm.
He was the one that would always help me get things together, and so then COVID hit, and then nobody knew what they were going to do, and that's how I ended up on the road again with Ram, because when he went back on the road, he said, things are opening up, and he goes, I would like to bring you back on the road with me, but also, have you sing sometimes, some of your songs. Maybe the band will learn your songs, and they did, and it was great. 2 years, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I'm just looking to see what's going to happen in 2023. Like I said, I want to finish my album and get more music out there because, like you mentioned earlier, I just released this Tiempo Prometido after a year and a half. I would say, I guess, yeah, almost 2 years that I put my music to the back burner. So everything's for a reason.
It happens for a reason. Real quick,
Mhm.
Elsa Herrera says, Hola, saludos.
Ah, Elsa. Hi, Miss
Elsa,
Elsa.
a beautiful woman with a beautiful voice.
Yes,
I tell you what,
yes.
I got that chance to see her over at the VFW, and oh my gosh, I was like, oh, I need to get her, but then, stuff happens, and I couldn't get a
I
hold of her.
love her. She has a lot of songs that she sings, but my favorite that she sings is "Que Bonito." You check it out. She sings it amazing, and beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
Hi, Elsa.
Martinez
Aw.
Mari, she says, you are an amazing person, Aisha.
Oh, thank you, Mari. I love you. That's my hair. That's my hairstylist. She can tell you when I'm wearing fake and real hair.
She's wearing a weave today, so don't even get into it, okay?
She actually did my hair for my video. Shout out to Miss Mari on Tiempo Prometido.
Oh.
I took her my half wig, and she did my hair with my wig, and like I didn't know how she was gonna do it, but she made it happen. And shout out to Miss Mari.
Aw.
It's Herrera. She's also saying, "Oh, it's beautiful, Aisha." That's
Thank you,
really
Miss
cool.
Elsa.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I mean, I want a permanent on my hair.
Yeah, you
All
want a
the
perm?
all
Hey,
the all the big stars. What do you think? What do you think, Hilda? A permanent? You just
You know what? You do you, and I'll still be your friend. I just don't know if I would be seen with you in public, but you
did
do
you see?
you.
Did you see Ilda's face? She was like, yeah.
it's like she stubbed her toe. She was like, just
Yes,
imagine.
for the record, earlier for those who are watching, I had a computer CPU, one of those old ones, fall on my toe, and that's why I jumped up, and and Dia was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yes." my toe was throbbing.
And I shouldn't have brought attention to it. I should have just transitioned, but I was just being a dork. Don't listen
No,
to me.
it's okay. I don't hide nothing.
Hilda didn't help. She said so.
I was moral support, okay?
She said, "You do, you do, you."
You
I'm
do
not
you,
even talking
boo.
to- Yeah, yeah, it's true. No, I don't want a permanent. And I actually have a friend of mine. She was cutting my hair one time, and it's real. It's different for natives. Normally, only somebody that's related to you can touch your hair.
Oh.
And so when I asked, Gracie, I was like, "Hey, Grace, can you cut?" She's like, "Hell no, I gotta live with you, man. I cut it wrong, then I won't hear the end of it." It's like-
Oh my God. That's
but
funny.
my friend, I was telling her, I want a permanent. I want a permanent, and she was just like, "What?"
Hey, some of the artists in the 80s, they got permanent, so
Yeah, but she didn't know what I
you
was
can bring it
talking about.
back. You can bring it back.
She didn't know.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, right. She kept cutting, and
Let's
she
still
was
be
like,
your friend, though.
"Yeah," she was cutting, and she was like, "What is it? You mean a perm?" She gave me a- Yes, it's a perm.
Dude, like my son did. My son got those little sponge rollers. He got my sponge rollers, and I was like, "What do you have in your hair?" And he's like, "I want curls, mom." I was like,
Hilda, do you curl your hair, mija?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I do. When I have time, but with
I wish my
all of
hair was like
this,
yours.
like, you don't have time.
Because you can even cut your hair short and it would look cute. Like if I cut my hair short, I look like I don't know if you've seen that show Candy. the short curly. I look like Annie.
well,
I don't I don't want to cut it because it takes too long for it to grow back.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't grow back the same. And so I'm already like getting older, and my husband reminds me of this all the time. 'Cause he's like, "Hey, you're starting to lose hair, and you have like a receding hair." I'm like, so I'm there like staring, like, oh, the vanity, right? So
Don't
now
you
I'm
hate
like,
that
super
when you're
scared.
like, how does this look? And then they're like, well, is it supposed to look like that? And I'm like, oh shoot, let me take it off. It's their way of saying, no, you do you, boo.
you do.
Honestly, usually the easiest
That's a new motto.
hairstyle is just getting it right out of the shower, throwing some like mousse in it, making it like look curly, but it's really not curly. It's just kind of like a wavy thing going on, and it looks fine. And it's just like whatever, and just go about my day.
Marina says the fideo is waiting for you, Aisha, on your next
Ooh.
appointment.
Oh, next, can I go tomorrow? I do that.
Oh, hey, can I go to your next appointment with you?
Yes, you
Oh,
just go.
serious. I was like, man, I want some fideo. I don't know. Now that's cool. So, real quick, one of my favorite songs, obviously I used it before your promo, is Me Gusta. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that. Me Gusta. So what was the inspiration for that, by the way, for that song?
Well, like you said, you like cumbias, right? So I told Gabriel, I said, I want something that's gonna attract the younger generation. I want that like what they would play at the clubs and get people dancing. But it came to when it came to fruition, it came out more than what I thought because adults like it too. I thought it was gonna be more like for younger crowds, cumbias, quinceañeras. That was my vision, and so now people come up to me. They're like, "I like that song, me gusta, me gusta."
Yeah, it's a good song. It's cute.
It's catchy.
Like
It
it.
is
Yeah, it's
super
cute and
catchy.
catchy. I like it.
Yeah.
Get me on the dance floor. Not that I can dance or anything, but
Cuando
I
tú
can
me miras,
throw
me
these things. You
gusta.
know what I'm saying? I
There
can.
you go.
He's a
I-
todo de ti me gusta.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Hey, how are you doing, Elsa Garcia? We're talking to Aisha with Hilda Lamas in the O, and this is Me Gusta from Aisha.
Me gusta cuando tú me miras, me gusta porque me fascinas, me gusta como tú sonrías, me gusta todo de ti, me gusta sentir tu abrigo, me gusta
Ooh,
Me gusta.
me gusta, me gusta, fideo.
Right, that's the one right there. No, no, it's wonderful that I'll be honest with you, I hadn't heard that
Hello?
song yet.
Oh,
I had heard the other one,
oh,
the let me see where it is. Tiempo Prometido.
uh-huh.
I heard that one and La Reina de tu Vida. I had heard that
Oh,
one.
okay.
So when
Yeah,
I
I
heard,
have a lot of them. Baby, baby, La Reina de tu Vida, Ese Sabor, Me llena de amor, Por un beso.
yeah, like,
There's a lot of there's a lot of. I had my first album that came out in 2018, and it landed me. I made top five at the Tejano Music Awards 2019. So it did really well for me. I had a couple of the songs they were on the Tejano Gold Countdown of 2019. Baby Baby was number one for 12 weeks, which was very awesome for me because as a new artist, that for to be a Tejano Gold Countdown for one was awesome, but to be number one and then have two songs on there on the top 10. So it did really well for me that my first album. So this second album that I'm working on, I wanted it to still be, catered to the younger crowd, but also like Tiempo Prometido is more vocal. I wanted to do something more meaningful, more mature, I guess that you could say.
it's also
Uh,
showcasing your vocal ability because
yeah,
you have
kind of like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga when she first came out. I'm not saying I'm Lady Gaga, but when she first came out, she was had more popish, and
mhm.
then when she came out with more her songs, more vocal songs, it was just a different side of her. I mean, so hopefully I could accomplish that and do different things.
Do you go through that too, Hilda? You know the transition where you just want to evolve in your music. Because I know when I interviewed Ram way back when, Ram actually told me, "Hey, my voice is just getting where I want it. I'm pushing my voice." And I'm like, "Dude, you've been in it for so long," but he's really he wants to push his vocals. And I was like,
How
"That's
long
not
ago was this? I was like,
last year." Last year.
okay, I thought you said a long time ago you had interviewed him.
No, it was like a year and a half ago.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
He always says that. He says that you never stop learning and you never stop growing. And once you think that you stop learning and growing, then he goes, I don't know, it's gone to your head.
right. No, I mean, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
The interview has over 100,000 views. So
yeah. He's an amazing mentor, and he'll tell you the truth. He don't sugarcoat anything.
I know, because he told me.
Yeah.
You're like, I know.
I know, because I was like, hey, can I get a shirt from you? And he's like, what size are you? I was like, extra large. Nah, brother, you're not extra large.
Too much. I know he's
He's like,
funny.
damn. It's just like, no, I just kidding. You never said that. But I
Happy
mean,
birthday, Ram.
yeah, happy birthday, Ram. Very good. Very
Yes,
good.
happy birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday, Ram. I forgot to say that earlier today. Thank you for joining us, Mona. So anyway, Hilda, I mean, I asked you that question. I'm sorry, I kind of went off on my little
No, it's
tangent, but
fine.
you know how big I am. Yeah, I was just like, so I mean, do you go through that as well? Because from an artist perspective, it's different than a listener's perspective, like myself.
Mhm.
I see you, and as your I love your sound, Aisha. I love your vocals, the way you sing, and your approach is really cool. And
Yeah.
so I'm a fan. But
Oh,
as a
thank you.
fan, I like the music and I like all of the music because it's you. I love the way you sing. So I don't understand it regardless. So I'm just going off of the sound, which is true because I've said, "Oh, Grace, check it out, man. This is a love song." She's like, "Oh, dude."
Right. It's a breakup song.
Like, no, bro, that's not even close.
You're like, no, it's a man hater song.
It was right. It was one of those. I'm gonna kill you because of a more 4 times, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But no, I mean, it's like Linda Ronstadt. I was a big,
Mhm.
huge fan of Linda Ronstadt. She decided to do Spanish music. I'm still a fan of Linda Ronstadt because I'm a fan. As
Yeah.
opposed to, I'm a fan of just, you have to be this way. And so, it's good that they start moving around and everything else. But like I said, that's just to put some context into it. So, what did you think, Hilda, from your perspective as an artist perspective? How would you, what do you all see that as that movie?
I
Moving
mean,
forward?
for me, like vocally, I'm always trying to challenge myself to something different. And it could be singing, a whole bunch of Christina Aguilera to something as toned down as Mandy Moore or Nora Jones or something like that. But even those more toned down songs require a lot of effort and energy, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
just crazy the different dynamics of the different styles of music. And man, honestly, I'm always constantly learning, and that's where I agree with Ram 100%. You never stop learning.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
so exciting because you always learn something new. And man, Aisha, like every song I hear is just like it gets better and better and better. Like there's just you
Oh,
just
thank
take me
you.
to a different space every single
Yeah.
time, and
You know
it's
what?
just
Wow.
so awesome to hear you.
Thank
That's,
you for your that feedback. That means a lot from you. Thank you. Like you said, even the songs that you think, like even the cumbias, they do take a lot from you. Excuse me. They do take a lot out of you because you know it's like a repetitious. So it's you have to know when to breathe. Like me
Yes.
gustas, ooh, ooh. Like if you're singing that song live, I'd be like, me gusta.
what the hell was I
you
thinking?
know.
Me gusta? No, I don't. Me gusta? Not today. Me
So
gusta?
even though it's
The
like
music
some people
like
might say, "Oh, those are like easy cumbia songs. They're not really vocally challenging." Yeah, they can be because in a live perspective, it's different. You have to know when to breathe and move around. Or I mean, I'm not a. You know what? I could say when I sing, I'm not a dancer. I'll move, I'll groove with it, but I'm not gonna be jumping around like
Girl, I'm right there with you. Like I can do a little
everybody's different.
action.
Everybody's a different,
Everybody's different,
performer.
and you know what? Here's another thing that both of y'all have some parallels. You and Hilda is that y'all done some backup singing, and what
Hmm.
I always say is like singing lead and singing backup are two totally different
Oh
things,
yeah.
and it takes a lot of talent to do either one, but to do both of them really takes a lot of talent, and it's just listening to other people sing and
Yeah.
harmonizing and stuff like that, and so it's quite accomplished. And I haven't had the opportunity to actually focus in on you because I've actually seen you perform and not know that it was you, if that
Oh
makes
wow.
sense. I was
Yeah.
there for Ram, but I did
Uh-huh.
not know that you were the one that was singing the backup. But it was
Yeah.
clean, and that's one of the comments that I've always had about Ram was always that he has some great music, great musicians, great sound,
Oh
and
yeah.
great backups. It was always on tune. But that's a
Mhm.
testament to you that you didn't stand out because of the fact that you were on point. You
Mhm.
didn't have a reason to stand out. If you
Yeah.
were off or off key or behind or in
Mhm.
front of the pocket, people would be like, well, "That didn't sound right," you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
that's one thing that he told me. Being the background vocal, I mean, I've sang with different people, background vocals, but Ram, I would have to say, is one of the hardest that I had to do background vocals because people think it's easy, and yeah, you could sing along with his album, and yeah, I was gonna say a bad word. You can follow it when on the recording, but on a live, when you're doing it live, Hilda, I'm sure you know
Yeah.
people change. They breathe different. They change it. So I
Hmm.
always had to follow him, and I would always watch his jaw, and I always watch his stomach where he was breathing. So I was weird, like,
right.
and then I would use my peripheral a lot because he never had me in the back. He always had me in the front, which thanks, shout out to Ram, thank you, because he always liked to see to gel. He was like, we got to gel.
Right.
So that was one of the reasons that he liked about my background vocals is that he said that I didn't like try to do like woo 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 woo. Like it was always like kind of like the recording, but still following him in a live perspective. So it's not easy, and sometimes they don't carry the note all the way. Sometimes they shorten it. So
Right.
you have to be there, and so I got to say that he taught me a lot as far as when I was singing with him.
Well, I you I know I brought him up, but that's not really. It was more of a testament to how good you
Yeah,
because of the fact that
Yeah.
you were on point, and to be able
thank
to
you.
push and pull and to breathe and to be on key.
And sing
That,
with a man.
yes,
And to blend, because
seriously.
that's
Yeah,
really, as a
that's what
background
you're there
vocalist,
for. Yeah.
you are a piece of the puzzle, and
Right.
you're
Hmm.
just so important. Like, I honestly, I never really comprehended the different moving parts with the
Yeah.
background vocals until I began singing background
Soon. Yeah.
vocals. And
Yeah.
then you see the whole puzzle and you're like, oh, that's why it fits like that. And so that's like the ultimate compliment. Just, you
Thank
not
you.
taking any attention from the lead. You
Well,
just
yeah,
kind
you're,
of
that's
fit
your.
right
You
in
have to know
there.
you have to know your place. You're
Yes.
not. You're not there to be heard. Like what you're gonna be heard, of course, but you're not there to outshine the lead singer. You're there
But at
to
least,
enhance them.
yeah, but at least you know what? You're like an instrument. You're a guitar. If the guitar's not there, it sounds different. If the bass
Yeah.
is not there, it sounds different. You're a very key point in making the song go through. So let's
Yeah.
not, for all the backup singers, let's make sure you guys don't start emailing me. Okay, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. But I will tell you this. Aisha, you kick some ass, girlfriend.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
I
it.
really
Yes,
did.
you do.
I loved it.
My
I,
husband.
he's, I'm going to drink your blood. You haven't got my money. Get away.
No, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, and thank you for everybody that accepted me as being part of Brown because he never had a female that background. I was his background vocalist back in 2016. I think before he had the musicians that were his background vocalists. But as far as somebody with him all the time, and for the women to be accepting of it, thank y'all so much for that. And I gained a lot of female
Yeah.
fans.
Well, I mean, talent knows talent. That's
Yes.
a true thing. You're always on point, Mari says. Aisha, you're always on
Aw, thank
point.
you, Mari.
Lydia says, "My girl Aisha, I love her
Ah,
new song." Yes, and we just played it. We
thank
just
you, Lydia.
and let's talk about her new song. We just did, Lydia.
Very good.
Yeah, we talked about your song too. Where were you, girlfriend?
It's like rewind, rewind.
Rewind, rewind. Hi, Betty Ann. I love Betty Ann. She supports
Yeah,
everybody.
that's great. And
Aw.
like I said, it's awesome. That it's also one of the things that we have to understand. A lot of people don't understand about music. They just sit there and. But the deal is that there's a lot more that goes into it. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
big proponent, like I was telling you earlier about my 12 days of Christmas. All of that merch, about 98% of that merch I bought myself. Some of it was given to me,
yeah,
thank goodness. Sebi, he gave me some songs from Texas Latino and
yeah.
Anquila. And Rick is a really good friend of mine, almost my best friend.
Oh, I like
Hey,
Rick.
he gave me some
That's,
stuff,
that's the George Clooney of Tejano.
I know that George. Oh,
My husband says, I want to be like George when I grow up. I'm like, no, you don't. I mean, I'm like, I, and I call him George Clooney.
Rick.
I guess I want to be like Rick when I grow up.
Well, we had dinner when I was in San Antonio this past weekend. We had dinner, and everybody was like, "It's Rick. It's the George Clooney." And I was like, "Yes."
Uh,
Everybody thinks I look like Tom Cruise, and they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yes." Celia Cruz.
they were like, you do you, boo.
I was like, no, I was like Celia Cruz's brother. I said Tom Cruise. I didn't say Tom. I said Tom Cruise.
I actually did shout out to Rick Valderrama. I did background vocals on his "Never Gonna Give You Up" song. That was fun.
Yeah, because
So shout out to Rick.
and Rick is
Aw.
such an awesome person. He really
Oh
is.
yeah,
Lydia, by the way, she's got some new music out, and she's just.
yes.
And you know what? When I interviewed her, oh my goodness, I couldn't stop looking at her. She's like,
Ah!
so beautiful. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, she's beautiful.
she's a
Yeah.
gorgeous woman, gorgeous woman. Love you, beautiful.
Aw.
Betty, and so
Oh,
proud of
thank you, Betty.
Marty says, yeah, tell Max. Tell
That's my
Max.
husband.
Oh, hi, husband Max. So, no, but I mean, those are accolades that you deserve because of the fact that
Mhm.
and I heard you at Shelley's final bow, and it's not easy in front of your peers because remember there were a lot of
Yeah.
people in the business that were there, and with that being said, there's a new not a fad, but there's a new system here in Tejano music, and I don't want to call it a. I was at the beginning. I was on board calling it the female takeover and everything else. It shouldn't have been that in the first place. It's not that. Finally, women are getting the respect that they deserve. They should have
Mhm.
gotten that respect from the very beginning. I am at fault at that for going along with it, but I realized that what? No, 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 no. We should have given these women the same
Mhm.
respect that they deserve. So, how does it make you feel? Now that you're because you had a little bit of at the end tail of it, but now it's kind of changed over for both of you, Hilda, too. You're experiencing the where it's a lot more accepting as far as just having good vocal ability and good music. That's all we need, as opposed to we don't have to fit a box, we don't have to fit a picture, we don't have to fit a little button. We can be just be, and
Mhm.
that's really a wonderful thing for us in the current situation. How does that make you feel, knowing that that's where we're at right now? Or is it different, or am I seeing something wrong?
It's still out there. As far as being hard for women, and you're saying like they base it on our vocal ability. Um,
No, no, no.
people are. What do you? Is that what you're asking?
Well, no, I'm saying that now it's more based on vocal ability.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
that, that part is I don't believe will ever go away. There's always going to be
yeah.
somebody that's going to be critical of
Oh
something,
yeah. Not everybody's gonna like you.
right? But it's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
accepting now that whoa, people are blown away by your vocal ability,
Yes, yeah.
as opposed to, oh, look what she's wearing. Oh my God! Everybody knows you don't wear white after September.
Ah,
Now, I'll go a step further because it's not so much about what you wear, but your body size.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Aisha, I bring this up because, we kind of went back and forth on Facebook a little bit about it because
Yeah.
I think we've both experienced
Well,
that.
that's what I was
And
gonna go. That's what I was going at, but I didn't know if that's what he was going at. But I guess we could take it there because
No,
we're
hey,
gonna
girl,
do
let's
this.
take it.
go for it.
Yeah, let's take it there, girl.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
take
take it.
you there.
And I'll sit in the
Hit me
corner.
now. I'll take you there. No, yeah. So I was gonna go that way, but thank you, Hilda, for bringing it that way. I think
Anytime, girl, anytime.
being on the road and people make comments on Facebook Live or whatever. Be putting yourself out there on stage is one thing. I mean, putting yourself on social media and your pictures, and you're covering yourself. You look one way on social media. You want to put filters. Hey, that's great. But when you're out there on the stage every weekend and they see you, they're like, if you don't look like the way you look on social media, they're like, that's what I'm saying. It's different when you're performing live and when you're on Facebook all the time. And but being out there, you're putting yourself out there, and you're gonna get people that say like, I'm like, are you basing it on my looks? Or are you basing it on my vocal ability? If you're basing it on my vocal ability, my vocals, then okay, hey, maybe I need to work on it. But if you're just telling me I can't sing because of the way I look or how big I am, then you got a problem, not me.
Yeah, I
I'm
hate
not
the
gonna.
word
I'm not gonna.
marketable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna lose weight, it's for me. It's not because people say I need to look a certain way. And I think everybody is beautiful. All women are beautiful, any size, and they even criticize girls that are smaller, not necessarily plus size women. Girls can be a size zero and showing skin or whatever, and they're a slut or they're a hoe. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know if we could say that, but
Yeah.
they,
Oops.
they're gonna talk about us no matter what. So that if you're gonna be in this industry, you gotta have a thick skin.
Some hard, gotta have a hard shell.
Yeah,
Well,
but now, I mean, you have women that are very talented vocally, and that helps out a lot too. There's
right.
so much talent in this industry. The young ladies that are coming in here, young men, very very talented. There's so much talent in this genre, and that's what's going to keep it alive.
Yeah, I firmly believe that that's the case, and my culture, it's matriarchal almost, because of the fact that
Hmm.
that's why we call it Mother Earth. There's not one man that walks this planet that did not come from a woman.
Yeah.
That is the power that you have. And let me tell you something else, coming from a fan, because Hilda, I'm a fan of you, and I'm a fan of you, Aisha. But
Hmm.
as a fan, let me tell you something. It's very enviable from somebody like me who could appreciate your music, because you have a power in your music because people are going to say, I love you with your song. People are going
Hmm.
to kiss for the first time with your song.
Yeah.
People are going to hold hands. Oh my gosh, my elbows touched hers in front of everybody. Oh my gosh, that's the power that you have. Music is eternal. And what's that like for y'all guys to wield that? You know, do you even see that? Do you even know, or is it just not a thought?
Yeah, been a couple of my songs where people have, and that's what I wanted to do when I started recording. I wanted to connect with people, and so sometimes they'll put messages like, "That's me and our song. That's our song when we first went on our first date." And I have a song called "Por un beso," and they said that that's our song, me and my wife's song when we went on our first date, and or you know whatever they make comments and just connecting with people. Um, it feels good that they're listening to the lyrics. They're listening to what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's Betty Ann. She chimed in and she says, uh, "Now women are breaking boundaries and are being more beautiful. But we have always loved Aisha. She is a true beautiful woman. Her vocal range and her voice is amazing. We love her."
Well, thank you, Betty Ann. Thank
That's
you.
that's a great
Very well
support, and
said.
and I understand that. I mean, look at Hilda, your Christmas music. I played it during my 12 days of Christmas. I got her album. Rick was real gracious and he sent me the album, and I was able to play several songs of it. And you know, people were like, "Man, that's
Beautiful
it just yeah,
vocals.
it just helped
Oh,
bring
thank
more
you guys.
emotion and more and sharing more love, and
Yeah,
that's really what.
especially during Christmas time.
Yes, and you know what? It's all about that. And Rita, who is a singer, she sits there and she chimes in and says, "Amen, sister. If we stay beautiful on the inside, we'll always be beautiful on the outside, no matter what
Yeah.
size." And that's very, very true. And it's unfortunate that we even have to be talking like that because of the fact that I'm a fan of your music. That's
Hmm.
all. And like I said, the translation will come later. You know,
Hmm.
but I mean, just good music is good music. That's the way it should be. I play it because
So
of music
the
for
way
me.
I feel is, and that I've learned to realize is that if you show people that you're insecure, then they will feed off of that. So as long as you give it your all, and you say you love singing, give it your all, and confident, people will pick up that your confidence. However you just however you portray yourself, people are going to feed off of it. So I've learned to be more confident in myself, because I wasn't always confident, and so I had to believe in myself.
So, did you have that same feeling, Ilda? Because it's different for a guy. For a guy, it's always like, well, we always have like the measuring contest. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what? I got myself a paper cut and I was eating French fries and I got caught in the paper cut and didn't even put a band-aid on it. So, but I
I
mean,
mean, as an artist, you're always going to have that little bit of insecurity. That's part of what
Hmm.
makes us artistic,
Hmm.
because we're always, it's kind of like how they say, you have to have a muse. Well, that's just all part of it. It's part of the musician in us, the little insecurities, and sometimes they're big insecurities. And
Yeah.
I know for me, for the longest time, it was always my weight and always what people would say about it. And I've seen the industry shift. When I first got into the business, it was like 2004, 2005. And I was a big girl. And I was not anywhere near as big as I am now, but
Hmm.
to the industry standard, I
Yeah.
was a big girl. And you
Yeah.
would see the doors shut in your face time and time again. And what made it worse was that at that particular point in time, you didn't have this big support system from the women in the industry.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
was almost like everybody was so afraid to go against what the norm had been for so long. Now you jump forward to today, and it's so beautiful
Oh yeah.
because you see all of these women coming together and supporting one another, and it's almost like we're coming together to say a statement without meaning to say a statement that says, hey, you know what, we're all making music, we're all here for
Yeah.
the same thing, and we can all support each other, we can all be happy for each other and lift each other up. And really,
Hmm.
Aisha, I have to just hand it to you because I never was brave enough to really ever talk about
Mhm.
this size issue in
Mhm.
music. It was always there, and you hear it talked about all the time, but I was always so afraid to rock the boat. So
Mhm.
my way of doing it was just like, well, I'm performing and that's it. And if that inspires somebody else to do the same, then okay, great.
Mhm.
But then you, when I saw your comments on
Mhm.
Facebook, I was like, girlfriend just knocked that out of the park, and the floor is open. And guess what? We are going to talk about this, and people are just going to have to just deal with it because it is
Yeah.
a real thing that happens. And
Mhm.
it's sad because it takes away from the music, but it's also so beautiful
Yeah.
that we're now talking about it. It's right in your face, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep
Yeah.
making music, and we're going to keep inspiring the next generation of
Yeah.
women, no matter what size or genre or whatever. It's like, hey,
Mhm.
if you want to do it, you can do it,
You
and
can do
don't let
it.
anybody tell you that you can't.
Yeah.
That's right.
And, so thank you for that. Thank you for opening that discussion in the public, because I'm sure there are so many of us who wanted to say something but didn't
Aw.
because whether we were scared or we just didn't care enough to,
Mhm.
or we're just kind of minding our own business. But thank you for opening that discussion because, yeah, and I'll be honest, and my husband will probably like tell me something about it later. But he is a producer,
Yeah.
co-founder of Hacienda Records,
Mhm.
owner of CHR Records. He's
Yeah.
produced so many amazing artists throughout his entire career. But even from him, and this is a constant struggle. Well, if you were just to drop a little bit of weight, or
Mhm.
you have to be marketable. And I understand where he's coming from because it's
Yeah.
the old school way of thinking, and we get into discussions about this all the
Yeah.
time. Times are changing, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful feeling to be a part of it. And
Mhm.
Aisha, you're very instrumental in that, and so thank you for that. I really just have to tell you that because I really mean it.
Well, thank you, thank you, and it's been wonderful talking to you, Hilda, and you commenting on my stuff has been awesome. And I didn't really mean to bring it out there. I guess I was the one that because I was out there. I don't know. Uh, I think it all started with my interview with Johnny Damitas. I think that's what
Yes.
broke the mold. But you know what, Johnny, he's a sweet guy, and I was honored to be on his show. Being young, when I was younger, I would listen to his radio show all the time with my mom on the way to school. But Johnny Damitas is a big he's a big impact in our industry, and I know that he didn't mean it in a bad way, and I think that he brought it up because it's something that um, other people think differently, but I didn't take it that way. I feel that he thought that it was something that needed to be brought up, and that other people are probably thinking, and that's him. So,
Yeah.
nonetheless, it was brought up, and I answered the way I answered, and I hope to inspire other women, just like you, Hilda, or get other women out there to not be afraid to do what they love to do and sing the damn thing.
Amazing, amazing voices and amazing people. I believe all women are beautiful because
Yeah.
they are beautiful. They're God's gift. I mean, she she for a guy, my grandfather used to say she always gives you return. You give her love, she gives you a family. You give her a home, you give her a house, she gives you a home. You give her some food, she'll give you a meal. She gives, gives, gives. So you got to keep giving to her so that way she can make things happen, and that's what the beauty of women are. And with that being said, Betty Ann says that her number one fan is her sweetheart. He loves her, knows all of her music.
Aww.
Dodi Rodriguez joined us. Aisha with lots of love and heart.
Love you,
This is,
Dodie.
yeah, and she says, my girl Aisha is breaking down walls and setting a trend for a lot of us women to follow, and she loves you so very much. And see, it's really awesome that the support is there for everything else, and it's all deserving. It really is. And I'm sorry
Thank
if I
you.
touched a chord there with it, but that wasn't my intention. I was just sitting there. I was
Hilda,
saying,
Hilda went off. I don't know.
well, I was just like, oh
When
no.
you got something to say, you just got something to say, and this is
Hey,
so
that's
important.
that's that's what that's what
Yeah.
this is for. Go ahead and say it. For me, I'll support you 100%. I love your music, so it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I don't see what I don't understand that way of thinking. Talent is talent,
Yeah.
regardless of the package that it comes in. Talent is still talent. is he gonna keep doing
That's
that?
my son.
He's like a
He
squirrel.
wants to be a part.
It's-
His room is behind me, so he went around me, and I see him like he went. I'm like,
oh,
just walk around me, son.
I'm just playing. No,
Oh.
he's okay. He's fine. No, but like I was saying, it was just it's wonderful that and I'm glad that you actually have the comfort here on my show to express yourself
Yeah.
because I want you to be comfortable here. I want you to come back. I want you to be to say, hey, Lawrence, I got this new song. Hey, check it out, Indio. This is what we're doing, because how can I be a vessel of information if I can't, you know,
Xavier, go around, baby. He goes, I thought I couldn't come out. I'm like, they can see you.
yeah, they can see. Mari's laughing back there as well. No, but I mean it's great. It's awesome, and thank you so very much for sharing, both of y'all. Thank you for very much for sharing that, because unlike me, I am a guy. I can't see that. I can't understand. And no matter how much I say I can empathize, being a big person myself, I am still just a guy. I am not. I don't know
Yeah.
the female attitude, and so
Yeah.
I can't. I can understand it and I can appreciate it, but I can't say that I've gone through the same thing because I can't. There's no
And
way.
it's crazy because they only do that to women. I mean, I'm
Yes.
not nothing against the guys, but there's some big guys out there, and they sing amazing, but they wear the same shirt every week, every show I see them at, and I'm like, they don't have
You
another
talking
shirt.
about me? You know what? I'm going to tell you something.
No.
I have a nurse that helps me because I have a nurse that helps me, and he asked me, "Clothes? Do you
I
want
don't know.
to
I
try
can't
your
hear you.
clothes?"
Yeah.
And I was
You
like,
can't hear me, right?
No, I can't hear.
I couldn't hear you, Nando.
I was like, I said, Lawrence. He goes, Lawrence, do you change your clothes? And I was like, why? Because I always see you in this. And I said, look in my closet. I have five
Are the
pairs
same
of
shirts?
blue jeans. They're all exactly the same. Five pair of black ones, exactly the same.
Aww.
And I've got five pair of gray t-shirts
Uh-huh.
and five pairs of black t-shirts. So that way I don't
Right.
have to think about what I'm wearing. I just grab it, and whatever it is, I know it goes together. It's
Now
like
that's
whatever.
different, though. I'm talking about the same shirt with the same pattern.
Oh, I know
No,
that
you know
pattern.
what my favorite is?
That's
My
diesel. That was
favorite.
last week's diesel. That was on there. Sorry. Go
And
ahead.
us women, we have to wear the same. We have to find different outfits, and when we're performing, or they're like, "Oh," they see you on social media, and they're like, "Oh, she wore that blouse already, or she wore that already."
Oh
And
wow.
I got to the point where I was like, "I'm not gonna change outfits every show. I'm just gonna wear the same color and match the guys." And I found something that fit me. I got into wearing dusters, so I found dusters in every color that they were wearing because I just couldn't it was well, we were, I think last year we had like almost 100 shows. How can you buy 100 outfits?
Dang.
I know some women like
Total
that.
black girl, just black.
Just wear black, I guess.
Mix and match it. It's all black.
And you were saying, Nina, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I apologize.
Oh
What
no,
was-
no, no, you're good. No, my favorite that I've seen, and this is recently, is promoters that won't book because of how you look, but yet if they were to go look in the mirror, they would
Oh,
look like they're a big hot mess too. So I'm just like, come on, dude, pot kettle, let's go.
right.
Let's get
It's
to some
yeah,
comments real quick. Rita says, thank you, beautiful ladies. Love the conversation. Lawrence is a league of his own and has
Oh
always been
yeah.
the oh yeah, I've always seen the beauty and the talent in everyone. We do love you, Indio. Thank you so very much, Rita.
Thank
I
you,
do try.
Rita.
I do try because of the fact that it's somebody has to be a voice, right? What manner of a man would I be if I didn't try to make this world a better place? Correct? Yeah. And Betty says, all those,
They're all one of those. Oh my
oh
god.
yeah. Oh, and Mary Ruth knows me. He changes his hats.
You
That's right.
see, you change your hat.
I do. I have different caps all the time. And then Mari says, my husband said, because it's hard to find different shirts for big men. So, So we wear black all the time. Wait a minute. How can it be easier for women? I don't understand. Xavier says, I'm here.
Oh,
Welcome
that's my
to
son.
the- Oh, I know you're there, mijo, because I keep seeing you pop up like a star. He's like a meerkat. He's like Timon and Pumbaa. He's that Pumbaa. It's like, no, no. Okay, so let's change it real quick. You got a good friend of yours that I got the chance to interview over at Las Vegas. I got a chance to talk to him at Shelly Lattes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to interview him that day, and I also wanted to meet up with him this weekend. That's Ray Ray.
Oh
A
yeah, Ray Ray.
really really good song together, and
Yes.
it's Sueños. What's that a song about? Besides-
Sueños actually, it's on both of our CDs, and it was a song that he had, and it was my first song that I recorded ever in the studio. And Ray Ray, I met him at a karaoke place, and him and his wife were judges, and I was singing an Etta James song, and that's how we met. This is like about maybe 7, 8 years ago, and so he was like, "Let's do a duet together." And he had the song, and I was going to record with Gabriel at the time, so we approached it. We presented it to Gabriel, and Gabriel arranged it and everything. And it's just a fun cumbia song, Sueños, and we did a video to it and everything. So that was our first song. Me and Ray Ray have recorded 2 songs. I did a song called Ya Te Olvidé, and we did a video for that one. And we're actually fighting, and we're a couple fighting, and I throw his little clothes over the stairwell, and I always tell him, I threw your little clothes.
it's like he's like, let me talk to the little woman. Oh my God, he's got a
But
little woman.
Ray Ray's good people. Shout out to Ray Ray and Erica, his wife. Ray Ray's awesome. I always tell him, you're the superstar, Mr. Superstar.
He's always with his glasses. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to Sueño. This is Aisha and Ray Ray on Cuba Radio with Aisha, Hilda Lamas, and Indio.
Me gusta voltear cabezas, que tiemblen los corazones. Me gusta causar suspiros de 1 y 1000 amores. Prepone que algún las quiero, con permiso se equivocan, porque la que yo prefiero todavía no me toca. ¿Cómo le voy a hacer para encontrarte, amor? En mis sueños solo se realiza tu calor. Por eso prefiero estar dormido para poder estar contigo. Contigo, contigo, contigo.
Me gusta voltear cabezas, que tiemblen los corazones. Me gusta causar suspiros de 1 y 1000 amores. Propone que aún los quiero, con permiso se equivocan, porque el muchacho que yo prefiero todavía no me toca.
¿Cómo le voy a hacer para encontrarte, amor? En mis sueños solo se realiza tu calor. Por eso
Prefiero estar dormida
para poder estar contigo,
contigo.
contigo, contigo.
and you know, and I'm 5'9", so like
Yeah.
whatever. And
I
it was
thought you were like six
hilarious.
feet tall when I met you, but you were wearing high heels. Sorry, Mija. I
Well, it's
didn't.
funny because now I've gained like 150 pounds, so I'm just like, oh, jokes on
Yeah.
you, buddy.
We're back on here. How about that? When we were talking.
It's okay, it's all good.
Well, I was saying in that video with Ray Ray, that was our first video together, Sueños, and I was like, oh, I thought I was heavier back then. Well, I want to be that fat.
Xavier wanted to share with us that he was in the house while sitting there watching for her to let me pass because my room is right behind her. Sorry about that. I don't want to be identified by almost 100. Too late, brother.
Oh, my son.
Like,
Sorry. And Rick Phoenix, man. So he put on a great show last year. It was a rock and roll show, so, raising money for a young boy who needed some help. He had leukemia. And saludos amigos, thank you so very much for joining us. And the main man himself, and also going to be the host of what's the name of the show? Tejano Mundial. Bumper
Yes,
Gomez.
Bumper.
Aisha. How you doing?
Bumper.
wow, I'm a big fan of Bumpers. I love watching his show. Maybe
I
one
know.
day I'll be on there. Who knows?
I know it's because
Dreams
you
happen.
dropped my
Dreams
show
come
to
true
go
every
watch
day.
his show. I just kidding. No, Bumper's great. He's wonderful, and I love the
Yes.
fact that he's so laid back and everything else. Um, you know, he had what's it, La Chistosa, the whole crew there for Christmas.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you know, it's good to have good conversation with everything, you know, and everything else. So it's pretty awesome. And Jenny B joining us. Hey guys, how's it going? How you doing, Jenny B? She's got a new music video out. Oh my
Yay.
gosh, and she's
Hey,
got a new
Jenny
song
B.
fixing to come out. Y'all look great, she says. Hijo.
Aw,
She's
thank
beautiful.
you.
Oh my goodness, I saw her. I got to see her at Ruby Ann's 281 takeover, and I did not know that she had 3 months previous. She had a baby,
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
dancing all over the place. I was like, how? I mean, for a
She's
guy,
got good genes.
you have to understand what a guy sees. You know, when like women are like, oh, I had 2 babies, blah blah blah. You know, the second one just popped out. You know, but for a guy, how? Okay, so only place doesn't have the size of a bowling ball. I wouldn't be able to walk for 2 years, and she did it 2 months after that. Women are amazing. That's when I got sick, and they were like, "Can you give me the measurement of, you know how they ask you what is your 10, like are you a 10 for your pain or a 5 for your pain?" And I was like, I'm a 9 because they told me that a 10 is for a woman who gave birth. And the last thing I wanted was for me to say I'm a 10, and then all these pregnant women coming after me. Who said 10? He's just a guy. You know. And so that was me. So no, it's amazing that she was out there doing that.
Aw.
Yeah, Jenny B's awesome. Shout out to Jenny B. Keep rocking it, mija. You're
That's
doing
right.
good.
Women are yes, they are. Women are
Yes.
goddesses walking the earth. That's right. Allow your man to be in your world. Do not let him be your king. You appoint him king.
Point him.
Yeah, the big difference, because that's an appointment. You can take it away. No, not today.
Love that.
Today you are prince. So, that's
I like
right.
that.
Just say it. That's the one. So there's another song we were talking about earlier today. This is a really good song. It's called Baby Baby. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Baby Baby, that's another one that's real catchy. That did really well. Cumbia, like you said, you like cumbias, and it was produced by Gabriel Zavala, and it was just something that I wanted to do. I wanted something like Me Gustas, catchy, radio friendly, and that's what we did. And Zavala is amazing. He did amazing on that one, and thank you to Gabriel Zavala because that song put me on the charts for 12 weeks, #1 in 2019 as a new artist.
Hmm. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Is Baby Baby.
Baby, baby.
Baby, baby, quiero estar contigo, amorcito, siempre quiero más. Baby, baby, muévete conmigo, amorcito.
really hardly had any time.
Well,
We're on stage.
we're on stage now. There we go. So anyway, ladies, it's all in the almond extract that you put in and mix it in. It's a recipe which we're sharing, guys. Betty Ann says, baby, baby.
Baby,
And Carla
baby.
Christina just joined us. Woohoo, baby,
Hey,
Carla
baby.
Carla.
Christina.
Hey, Friday. She's got a new song coming out, guys.
Yep.
Yes,
On the
super
13th.
excited.
I got a
On the
chance to listen
13th.
to it. You know what? And Gracie's a big fan of boleros, and Carla did one at a show that was so sweet, so smooth. It poured over our ears like hot butter. She is what I call the equivalent of Braille. To hear her is to feel her.
She's awesome.
Put
I
that
love
one.
She
Carla.
is awesome. She's a sweetheart.
Mary Ruth says, hola, hola. And she says, saludos, amigos. So, Carla, thank you so very much.
Hello.
Ruth, awesome. Thank you very much. Did a wonderful job with
Go ahead,
the
son.
event.
Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
telling my son to go ahead because now my dog's barking.
Aww.
Your dog is like, hey, come on, let me out, man. You're the one that gave me
Right?
the leftover geese. So now you know what it did to me. Cindy and Santiago Guajardo.
Hi, Cindy and
Hi, amiga.
Santiago.
Saludos
I
from the
love them.
956.
Oh,
Awesome
hi
What's the
people.
guys.
956?
They're awesome, awesome, awesome people. Saludos.
And Angelica Alcocer is also checking us out. Thank you very much,
Hi,
Angelica, for
hi,
joining us.
Hey,
Angelica.
Angelica.
Another beautiful woman who has a great voice, an amazing voice, and really is.
Yes, congratulations, Mija,
Yes, yeah,
on your
congratulations on
win.
the award. That's right. For
And
best
she's
new artist.
super sweet, guys. Like, she's
Oh
the most
yeah,
down to
she
earth
is.
person
You
ever.
know what? I've only met her. I actually met her. I think met a couple of times. That I've never really gotten to talk to her. But from what I from what I met of her, well, from what I've seen of her, she's really nice. So
She's a sweetheart, and
yeah,
it's good that you've stayed active, but now you're going to turn it around and put more emphasis on on some new music to get it out there, so that we can
hmm
come back on the
yeah,
road.
definitely. And thank
Very
you for the support, and thank you for having me on here and playing all my music that you enjoy. And hopefully, you get to hear some of my other music, and I'll have some new music coming out for you guys pretty soon.
Well, it's actually to listen to all of the songs that I've played so far. Go ahead and check it out, Q Radio, because it's on my hot hit list, and so it plays. So it is on the air, and I want to remind everybody that's listening to it. I am a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP BMIC second,
Awesome.
everything else. So all seven of them, whatever they are. I know it's $1,200 a month. That's what I know it is.
Well,
But
thank you for doing that. Thank
oh,
you.
Yes,
well,
thank you.
it's you got to put your money where your mouth is. In order to be a true supporter, you got to be out there. So if you see Aisha or Hilda Lamas for one of those, they're performing, go out there and see their shows. That's the best way you can support them. Go to their shows, buy their merch. If you are listening to their music on Cuba Radio, you will see an add to cart button. You click on it, it's going to take you to Apple Music. You can buy their song or buy the whole album. I do not make any money from that, but I do get a kickback that goes toward my licenses, and
Oh,
that's how
awesome.
that's full disclosure. So that way, if anybody's asking, that's exactly why. Because I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression that I'm selling or anything like that. I'm not. I just
Yeah.
I because I participate in the program, I'm able to get that. So that's pretty cool. So first of all, where can we get your merch? Do you have merch? Are you getting merch or?
Yeah, actually, I have some merchandise. People usually inbox me through my Facebook. I don't. I had a website, but then since I wasn't really active, I kind of took it down. But if you go to my Facebook, inbox me, Aisha Aparicio. I do have some shirts and koozies. If you call, I mean, if you call, if you inbox during this show, I
You
give you
remember
a
that one too?
shirt for $10, and I'll be getting some new merchandise.
See,
So the shirts that I'm trying to get rid of, that try to get some new stock, you can get it for $10.
and you know which one I like is the one with when your hair is like, it's
Yeah,
like
that's the one. That's the one that I have right now.
that's
The curly hair.
mhm. Yeah. It's like, oh, look at her. It's like,
The me gusta.
oh
The me
yeah,
gusta. The me gusta look.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Now you know. Now you know. See. Put it down. Put it down. Just kidding. No, it's good.
But you can see me on all social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's under Life is Aisha 1977, and Facebook Aisha Aparicio, and then Snapchat. I really don't get on there very much, but Instagram and Facebook is where you'll find me.
And that's pretty awesome. Well, we've come
And
to the
all my music's on digital platforms as well,
yeah, and also on Cuba Radio.
and on Cuvo Radio. Cuvo Radio.
Nice. I'll give you some money for that one. So, this is coming to the part of the show where I go ahead and let you go ahead and say whatever it is that you want to say as far as your thanks. If you want to sit there and mention anything else, like your shows that are upcoming or anything else,
Okay.
the floor is yours. You can
All right.
and take as much time as you want and go ahead and say whatever it is that you want. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Aisha.
Well, I just want to say thank you. Oh, am I still on? Am I still on? Okay. Oh, by myself. Sorry. I just want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you, Hilda and DJ Nando, for having me on the show. Shout out to Ms. Rap Rosie for being the best promoter and helping promote my music out there. And you can find me on all social media on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and my music on all digital platforms. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. And shout out to my husband and my friends and family that tuned in. And I'll be working on some new music, so stay tuned for my music that'll be coming out.
There you are. Awesome. So thanks. And it's Indio. Like,
Indio. I forgot. I gotta go Indio.
you called me.
Indio.
She's like, hey, that Nando dude.
But I was saying Endio. Endio. Like MDO.
Well, it's actually letters NDO, and then people were like, "Why do you?" You know what? I had a friend of mine, and she was just like, "What is? Why do you say NDO? What does Indio stand for?" And I was like, "Say it really fast." She's like, and
Indio. DJ Indio.
yeah. Well, we were eating dinner later on that night, and like midway through the dinner, we were talking like popcorn or something. Oh my God, I got it! So it was just,
All random.
You do you, boo.
"You do
That's gonna be our new catchphrase. You do
Yes.
you, boo.
you. You do
Girl, we
you."
should write a song about that.
Right? You do you.
So thank you so very much to everybody that's been
Thank
joining
you.
us. Jenny B, obviously Betty Ann, Carla Cristina, Angelica, um,
Thank you, ladies.
Wilhelmina Gutierrez, Marisa Hernandez, and I'm just going through
Geneva.
here. Bumper, Geneva, Rick,
Thank you, guys.
Mary Ruth, all of y'all guys. Y'all are so amazing. Thank you so very much for all of
Yes.
y'all to be supporting here and supporting the great artist that Aisha is.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Aisha, thank you so very much for gracing us with your time and sharing some of your wonderful stories, sharing some of your music, and giving us kind of the backstory of what your music is. And just keep reaching for the stars because you
Thank you. I
are an
appreciate you.
amazing person, and you do. There's no reason for you to stop creating what you're doing, and thank you so very much for being a leader for all
Yes.
women of all sizes, of all ages. Yes. Maricela says, yes, love you, girl.
Oh, love you, Maricela. Thank you. Thank you, DJ
And, and,
Indio.
and yeah, right. You fool. Just kidding. It's a great interview and good night and God bless. Thank you so
Good
very much,
night.
guys.
Thank you.
Next week we've got Di Marie. Hilda, next what?
Oh, hi, Marie.
Yay!
Hilda, you have anything to say, darling?
Aisha, it's been a pure joy and pleasure to be here with you tonight. So excited. I know, like I said earlier, we've just kind of chatted on
Yes.
Facebook. So nice to get to speak with you and have a full on
Yes.
conversation. And I can't wait to see you live and hear the new music.
Thank
You
you.
just keep being amazing, girl.
You too. Thank you. And hope to see you soon. You come to San Antonio, call me.
There you go.
Girl,
And you know
yes, you know it.
And you know what? There was somebody that said, y'all two need to do a duet.
We do, right? Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. I'm
Let's
down if you're
do it.
down.
I'll be in San
I'm
Antonio
down.
tomorrow,
I'm
so I'll
going
see y'all.
down.
Ain't nobody gonna break my stride. Ain't nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no.
Uh-oh, we got a background singer.
Ah, there we go.
I'm a doo-wop guy. No.
Well, thank you once again for having me on your show. I had a blast, and Hilda, you made it even you made it more funner.
We're all
You're so
educated
sweet,
here.
girl.
And I was trying not to be pedantic and stuff because I'm a hypocologist, but it doesn't really matter. With that being said, let's go ahead and listen to Aisha's current hit. It is called Tiempo Prometido. Aisha, here on Cuvo Radio with Hilda Lamas and Indio. We will see y'all guys later. Thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Remember, if you're having a bad day, if you're struggling with yourself, just remember every day planes take off against the wind. We'll see ya.
Me pediste tiempo y un receso por los dos. Respeté tu espacio y acepté tu decisión. No quise cuestionar ni preguntarte la razón. Me conformé con escuchar, no eres tú, soy yo. Me dijiste que esperara, que no me preocupara, que ya no te buscara, que solo regresabas. Para mí que el tiempo solamente era un pretexto, porque el corazón sigue esperando tu regreso. Ese tiempo prometido tenía nombre y apellido. Para mí que el tiempo fue una más de tus mentiras, porque no encontrabas cómo huirte de mi vida. Para mí fue cobardía que esa fuera tu salida. El jurar que volverías cuando tú sabías que jamás lo harías. Para mí que el tiempo solamente era un pretexto, porque el corazón sigue esperando tu regreso. Ese tiempo prometido tenía nombre y apellido. Para mí que el tiempo fue una más de tus mentiras, porque no encontrabas cómo huirte de mi vida. Para mí fue cobardía que esa fuera tu salida. El jurar que volverías cuando tú sabías que jamás lo harías. El jurar que volverías cuando tú sabías que jamás lo harías.
There you go.
And then